Hello people of the web and welcome back to Dragon's Lair, my community Minecraft server. It's been a little while since I last recorded a video, but I'm back and there's so much to share. Now we're going to start off here at the trading hall, a place that I've showed off before. But since the last video, there was an improvement. So this beautiful floor design underneath the glass was done by Mr. Zib. And I just did the work of placing the blocks. Mr. Zib did the hard work. Hang on a minute. We're missing one white wall. I'll fix that later. First, I have to take you somewhere else on the server where I can show off some of the beautiful builds done by me and members of my community. Mostly members of my community. If I can get through bubble elevators in this angle, it's kind of difficult. Let's travel first person as we go through the nether. Now the rainbow connection allows us to get to pretty much everything on the server. One thing I haven't showed off in a video before is the wither skeleton killing chamber, also known as a wither skeleton farm. It's just quite a long boat ride away, so I'll paddle this boat and I'll see you in a moment. Although it'd be really good if I had something sensible to say right now. Some words of advice to fill in the dead air. I don't have anything sensible to say. I'll see you when I'm there. Now that was a long boat ride. The reason it's so far away from spawn is because Gingerbeard Man, who built this, and you may remember that name from previous videos, wanted a specific sort of fortress. Obviously, it's best to have it surrounded by lava, so there's less spawn proofing to do, and a crossroads. Apparently, this was the nearest one. The other side of the server. Now, it'd be really good if I could drop down here, but I'm a little bit worried that I'm going to crash. Hey, we got it. Actually worked out rather hang on a minute. Powdered snow. If I'd have known that, I would have dropped off to the side. That is new, and I appreciate it. Now, this farm is incredibly productive. As you can see, wither skeletons have been dropping in promptly enough that we've got entity gramming. So if I just go boosh, boosh, that'll get plenty of... Wow, I got with the skeleton head. There'll be more in the hopper chain. So everything gets picked up by the hoppers and taken over to sorting. So we have coal, bone, and wither skulls. There's a few in there, although space for more. So I think it's been cleared out recently. It serves as an amazing XP farm, as well as very, very easy and cheap way of getting beacons. Now, if I was to stay in survival, you can't see any of the hard work that's been going on. So what I'm going to do is pop over to spectator mode. Oh, and of course, the filters have an output dropper. So if the chests are full, it just gets thrown into lava. And because sometimes people accidentally throw their netherite sword in, ends up here. I'm curious how we got bones now. I'm assuming someone's thrown those in. But let's go outside and have a look at how this farm works. So you got the drop chute for them to fall down. And then above the drop chute, we have spawning platforms. 3 of them. Full of wither roses, which I believe means nothing else spawns. Although it might mean allow other things to spawn, but they die very quickly. I don't know the mechanics. And Piglin, that wither skeletons apparently hate. So they try and get to him and then fall down from these 3 layers. And it's fast enough that we're getting plenty of wither skeletons in a short period of time. Now, if you look around here, you can see that there is still landmass that things can spawn on, except it's been lit up very, very extensively. This is a job that I've done in the past for previous farms. It's hard work, especially in the nether where you inevitably end up with a block that things can spawn on because there's so many levels. I mean, this is probably in range, although maybe not from down where we were. Yeah, a lot of lighting up has to happen for this to work. I have never noticed that before. That looks really odd. Like a half sphere just placed in midair. Yeah, it's solid. Anyway, Witherrose Farm. Witherrose Farm? Wither Skeleton Farm. Wow, I never said I was professional, but at least I can do is remember the name of the farm. Yeah, it's amazing. Thank you, Gingerbeard, for doing that for everyone on the server. I know how much this has helped as an XP farm for not just me, but many other members. I wasn't going to show this off, but seeing as I'm going past it, I feel I might as well. This, the Blaze Farm, actually set up quite early on in the server by Mr. Zib, the person responsible for the beautiful design at the Villager Trading Hall. Blaze spawner. Lots of signs around it, so in theory, lava can be dispensed. It goes across the signs and it's lit enough that nothing spawns, so you can disable spawns. And then you've got lava flowing, pushing blaze that way. Slowly, but it works. And of course, at the far end, another channel pushing them to the side. So if we hop down here, I'm pretty sure there weren't this many mushrooms before. They've been spreading. Hang on. Work in progress. Storage not yet working. Who knows? Proper. I could help with that. Okay. So there was a problem with it, and Amy has tried to help. So they end up on this spot. You can slash away. Perfectly safe, even for me. Look, can't see me no matter what I do. Reasonable XP farm, but also just a really easy way to get blaze rods, which are so darn useful. In fact, while I'm here and I have access to spectator mode, let's have a look. Wow. So they are slow at being pushed to the side, but I suppose they are low enough that others should spawn because they're out of the box for it. I just realised there's a flex above that. Now, I don't know how many of you are aware of how spawners work. Essentially, they will only spawn if there is less than a certain number of that entity within range of the spawner. So if you have a low enough floor, they drop down and then the spawner starts spawning more. So that seems like the perfect height to be. But yeah, bit of a flex, Sib. Bit of a flex. Now that, wow. Again, you can see that mushrooms have been spreading because this area has been active regularly on the server. I mean, has been used as an XP farm for not just myself, but many others. Yeah, little detour from what I planned to show you. What I was actually aiming to do is... let's go through... wait for it. Creative mode. Let's go through here. And then I will TP to where I want to be. It's a really easy coordinate to remember. It's TP. Back. 0. Go 200. And let's go 20. Right. We are at the center of the world, and this tower is amazing. This was built by Shayzis, who is responsible for quite a lot of artwork for me, especially my animations on the stream. It's a really tall tower. I love it. It's beautiful. And it stretches, I believe, to build limit, which is what? 300 and something now? I forget. Let's go F3. This one is 319. Hang on. Can you build past that? No, you cannot. Oh, the build limit is 319. I would have thought it would be an even number, but okay, shows what I know about stuff. Nothing, that's what I know. Yeah, this massive tower, which just thinking about placing those blocks hurts my head, let alone when you think about it being relatively detailed. Now, if you're building a straight tower and it's... okay, night pigeons. and it's a simple design, it would take a long time just to build it up to build limit. But when you've got stairs and walls and different blocks and trapdoors and tinted glass, and yeah, there's a lot of detail and depth in this. Now, if I drop down onto the pathway, let's do F3 off and head down. This tower has a front door. That's right. We can go inside. And it's got various memorabilia. Nope, there is not a floor there. I couldn't tell whether there was a glass floor or not. It's literally floating. So, tower done. Tower completed. Oh, tower top done. Right. Tower completed. So these are dates of when it was finished, which... Not named? No. Oh, humble beginnings. So this would be Shay's first set of armor. I like that. I love when people keep mementos of things. Something that I did in Lifecraft Season 1. I had a memento for every episode I did. Bastion incident? I'm curious. I want to know details about that. But yes, this tower doesn't just go up to the build limit. It goes down as well. And as we travel down, we get a sight into a lush caves. Which... Also, if I dropped in over... Assume this is designed that you can drop in over here. Can you get through? I don't know. I'd be really sensible if I knew things like that. Oh, wow. This is a room I have not seen before. So this is Shay's storage room. I'm just being nosy and flying blind. I like that. That looks good. The tinted glass with the skulk behind. I like it. So storage, doggos, cats, more cats, portal. Okay, another good way that I could have got here rather than flying to 0-0 or teleporting to 0-0. I cheated, but hey, I'm showcasing things, it's fine. But yeah, it goes even further down to the bottom of the world. We are on bedrock. Well, with clearly powdered snow above, beneath the carpet. So we've got a layer of powdered snow and then bedrock. Oh, the tower flag. Now I want to head back up to where the lush cave was because it's just such a beautiful thing. And even just to have a viewing window looking out to it is awesome. I love this. And I think that Shay was... I don't know whether Shay was lucky that this is here or chose here because of this. But having a window in as you travel down is just kind of awesome. I think the best way to view it would be with a potion of slow falling. So you kind of gradually drift down looking out the window. I love it. And, of course, all of the stuff, this has to be done on the outside. This would be a pain to do. Again, beautiful. Shay, you did an amazing job. Almost as good as the animations you do for me. Almost. I mean, it's hard to beat those. They are pretty damn good. And that concludes Shayzis base. Hang on. Survival. Ouch. Yeah, maybe creative would save my ankles next time. Through the portal we go. And the final thing that I want to show you today is a project that I've been working on, but has been contributed to by quite a lot of server members. So we head through here. We have the end portal room for our server. It looks nothing like a stronghold anymore. The stronghold has been ripped out, and Cara Sophia did a lot of the design of this place and putting together. It is based on Shuttle Bay from Vulcan Space Docks by Quarren. So, thumbs up, did a great job and has been inspired and built from that. I'm going to go into creative mode so we can fly around. This is just such a vast space that was dug out and lined. Harris built a spaceship in the middle, and of course if we go into the spaceship, we have our end portal. That's right, this is how we get to the end. And so because my main base is out the end, I use this regularly. And so I encouraged everyone to have storage here. So I'm working on storage. So in this room, it's a work in progress, so bear with me. We have item inputs, so you can just throw things in there. I will speed this up with some hopper minecarts at some point, so it sucks things out of the chest quicker, so you can throw more in. I also need to do shulker inputs and empty shulker output, but I haven't got around to that. This is bulk storage and shulker loaders, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm pleased with it. So stone is in this shulker. There are more shulkers in here, so if I needed to take a shulker's worth of stone, I could just grab it from here, or I can take individual amounts. That's fine. I'm going to put those back because I don't want stone. I've got no need for it at the moment. And essentially, more shulkers going here. I'm going to show you behind the scenes on this part before we go to the other side. So if I pop into spectator mode, we can go... Actually, let's follow these verdant lamps. So they're going up and in. This is a standard filter system. So this is, I think, most popularized by Impulse SV, where you have a hopper, 41 of something, and 4 filters, which are doing nothing but holding up those spaces. If you get a 40-second one on there, the signal strength increases to 3, which means that the repeater down here turns on, and the torch turns off, which means the hopper underneath unlocks, allowing one item through, and as soon as one item's gone through, this is down to 41 again, and this turns off. So it allows things to be filtered out. So we have a filter for stone, filter for cobble, filter for andesite, diorite, granite, gravel, etc. So this is how we filter things out. We're going to go to this end because it's probably the easiest way to show you the system. So the filters then feed down into these barrels. This is a buffer, plus it doesn't get impacted by the torch. And then the items continue down into a shulker. So if this were the stone one, for example, stone would keep loading in here. Once this is full, we'd get a signal output from here, which would then activate that. It fires through there, which powers this, which extends that, breaking the shulker. The shulker then ends up in this hopper going forwards, and then when the sticky piston retracts, the observer powers these 2 dispensers so that another one gets spat out. So I have a new shulker outside. And then that full shulker we had from earlier goes in this hopper, goes in this barrel, and then down to the hopper, cross, down, down, down as far as it can go, and then in. So if this were full, the hopper behind would fill up, and then this would start filling up. And that's where the shulkers full of stuff go. And then we have underneath that, I know it's getting very complicated, we have, hang on, bear with. So the bottom chest then has a hopper feeding out, a hopper in to the dropper, or dispenser, as I should say. So let's go on to the stone side so we can see that clearly. So there is a dispenser that's dispensed out this shulker. Now, signal, if there is a signal from it, that means that there is stuff inside there. If there isn't, this turns off, which then retracts the piston. The observer notices it, sends a signal, pushes up the observer, and then this sticky piston pushes out the observer into there to break it. That broken shulker then goes into this hopper chain, which is where our empties go. And then when it retracts, the whole system powers the dispenser to put another one in, which is very complicated, but it works beautifully. Now, if I find one of these with not too many in, gravel's not too many. Must be one with 2 in or something, just so I can... We have spare calcite? Oh, we do. Could do that. Oh, bear with. Nope. Nope. They're all too full. Ah, there we go. Soul soil. I will take this out. Once I take this last one out. Oh, there wasn't another shulker. Darn it, bad example. Of course, I picked the one without a spare Shulker. Words are hard. Okay, we'll do calcite, because I've just about got enough space for that still. And a new shulker gets dispensed. Beautiful. It works amazingly well if there's shulkers behind it. If there isn't, then you just have the observer set out. But perfectly fixable, because once you get a shulker in here, you just press this button, it dispenses. Simple. Now, that is bulk storage. I say bulk storage, shulker loaded bulk storage. So anything that we're going to end up with lots of. For example, you know, endstone, which we currently have a project on the server for. There is a lot of this, which is why we need shulkers full of it. Whereas bulk storage over here, which is for ores and other blocks that we have lots of, but don't necessarily need a shulker loader for. We just have 5 double chests. So for example, what have I got lots of? Actually, we haven't loaded up the system with a lot of these yet, but we'll end up with plenty of redstone blocks. So that will probably work, but we don't need that. That's overkill. And the eventual idea is that this is the overflow. So if nothing goes into that bulk, nothing goes into that bulk, it's currently sat here. But in the future, it will be going down to where we have basically filters for everything. I'm working on this room, putting the chests in place, and then I've got to do the redstone. It's a work in progress, so you'll see it when it's complete. But there are far more things around here than just what I'm working on. So we have the river that has been dredged and dug down a lot. Very handy source of black ink. I say black ink, like ink is available in another colour in this game. I've been using a lot of this lately. So I'm trying to grab some as and when I see some at the entrance. But as soon as you kill some, plenty more spawn. It's a manual farm, but it does work. Give it. Thank you. Just grab this little bit, and then I'll show you more in here. So it's not just the main shuttle bay that Karis worked on, and did have help on. We have, let's see, we have a drone area, which Scott built. We head up the ladder, flick the switch, and head on in. These are the drones. The theory is that they go out and work on things. Oh, it's a lever. So much easier than pressing a button and trying to go through. Then we have parts. Again, done by Scott. He's done an amazing job in here. Iron, obviously courtesy of Gingerbeard Man's amazing farm that you saw in episode 3? I think it was episode 3 of Dragon's Lair. Yeah. And I love the details and things like this. It's something that I often struggle with, and just being able to steal ideas and get stuff. I mean, this is amazing. The idea of having grindstones set up as a conveyor belt and iron chains hanging down, holding things. It works beautifully. And minecarts, of course, holding them too. They're attached. We have Scott's office, which I've commandeered because there's a geo down there, or at least there was. There's now just access to amethyst. So I borrowed Scott's office. And then we have other areas as well. So, see, there's one of the drones. Now this ship is fully detailed out with all of the stuff and things. We'll get to that in a moment. Have a look in here, because I haven't been in this bit for a while. Oh! It's one of those machines from Alien. I just need to stand in it. Hang on. Oh yeah. This work, right? Haha! See? I can fight off the xenomorphs in no armor. I have a stare out of the urge to explore. There might be nothing up here, but knowing the community, there probably is something. Okay. Ooh, that looks really freaky. Just from a distance, these squares look rather... Ooh. Yep. Like an optical illusion of some kind. Like it. Never seen that character before. Curious what it is. Yeah, we've got computer screens and controls and stuff. Just adds a little bit of detail. Through here. Not sure what this does. Oh, this is just the backside of the wall, so this will probably head to where we were digging out for the storage. Yeah. I'm sure it does. Yeah, that would be the wall of my storage. My storage? Our storage. Let's see. Yep. See, I was right. I knew stuff. Let's go into creative mode so I don't break my ankles this time. And head on into the ship. I'm just going to have a quick look around there. Again, lots of little details added in by Scott. I know that Scott's done a lot of work on this project. So we have turret access. I'm going to get annoyed with these buttons, aren't I? Oh, wow. Oh, the turret is empty. Probably for good reason. Cockpit. I feel like I need to put a chicken in here just because. Cockpit. Duh. Turret access, so I'm assuming that's the other side. Same as the other side. Crew quarters. Nice and tidy. Not too complicated. Works well. And an engine room. With lava. Because, yep. I need an excuse to stand next to the lava. Normally doesn't work out well for me. Yep, all in all, I think a fantastic job. And if you want to see more of this stuff, go give me a follow on Twitch and join. We have a community. They're amazing. It's not just me, there's awesome people too. Now, this is the first video I've ever done for Dragon's Lair in 4K. If you notice the difference, let me know in the comments. I hope it comes out crisp. It's new for me. I'm used to 1080p, alright. This is shiny and fancy and new and complex. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye. Oh, I'm in the wrong. Hey, survival. I can't say goodbye with something in my hand. There we go. Bye.
First video in a while, and I feel rusty. I'll be making more videos going forward and learning to get good. Well, better. So show that subscribe button who's boss and smash it.